And we're back again. Post Royal Rumble. Very tired fellas still, even though it's like, 3 days removed. Still
3 days
feeling the
removed.
effects of it. But yeah, how you doing, mate?
Tired, mate. There's nothing else I can say. I'm fucking knackered. I feel like I'm hungover. And it feels like I'm drinking.
On a weekend bender.
On a weekend bender. Honestly, it's like I feel like I can always do it, and I always go, "Yeah, I can do this," and I'll be fine. And then it comes when I wake up Sunday because my pattern for sleeping. I always wake up early anyway because I work, so I always get up and I think, "Yeah, I can't do this." So I cancelled all plans and just thought, do you know what? Just bed day.
I didn't make any plans at all, mate. Because I knew I was going to be tired. I didn't struggle on the night.
Oh no, I didn't struggle staying up.
I was absolutely fine. I enjoyed the show and didn't struggle too much. Watched it with Zoe and I had my brother-in-law headset, like I said to you before. And then I had you and our other friend Ted messaging me all the way through it, so I was fine. But yeah, Sunday was a write-off, mate.
Yeah, it was.
So was Monday, and so was Tuesday now.
Monday I worked, so it wasn't too bad. But today I didn't get up till 12. I think I got up at 12 finally. I was playing 2K with Tomo. Shout out to Tomo. I was playing 2K GM mode till 12, and then thought I better get moving and do something because we start at 1.
Yeah, so. I've had to take it off the PlayStation. I don't re-download it now, or do I just wait for a new one? No.
Well, we use it on mine, don't we? When we do Matt v John, we use it on mine. So
I've got no hard drive space. So joking, you can't put an external hard drive on it. So we bought me nice one. You put it on for PS4 games.
Yeah, you can buy one that you open up the case, you open up the silver bit, and you plug it in. You can do about 120 quid.
That's an internal one. I mean, like an extra little hard drive you can plug in and
just USB port. Yeah, that's just with PS4 games.
Can't do it. Zoe bought me a nice one for my birthday. That she read up and made sure it worked with PS5. But then we read up when I got it, it only works with. You can only play PS4 games off it. So
yeah,
I've already got one that does that, so I'm sending it back. I'm just going to quickly mute the mic.
Fair it is. Well, obviously Royal Rumble was this weekend. Yeah, mixed emotions about it. I thought the women's was better than the men's.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. I will give you that. Women's was more interesting.
I thought the Fatal 4-Way dragged.
Fatal 4-Way was shit. I'm not going to mince my words.
And then I thought Logan and Kevin Owens could have been more than it was. I still enjoyed it, but it was still. It didn't showcase what Logan and Kevin could probably do together.
Yeah. That match, I enjoyed it. For the first time ever in my entire existence of watching wrestling, the referee actually spotted a pair of brass knuckles.
It's amazing, isn't it? I can't believe it.
They must be all getting laser eye surgery now. They must be.
I know.
But yeah, no, I agree. The Women's Royal Rumble was far more entertaining. Overall, I did enjoy towards the end of the men's highly. But yeah, the women's was good.
Yeah, I did enjoy the final. I felt like the Cody and Punk at the end dragged a little bit. I felt like it didn't need the full thing.
No, they would seem like they were trying to have like a match within a match, if you get what I mean.
Yeah.
That bit I didn't. It was the bit when it was gone for.
Oh yeah,
I'll go into it a little bit more in a bit. The Fatal 4-Way, considering the talent was in that match, like to bring Solo in again to save it, it just ruined it. It just the match was going
it's not
okay.
Even a surprise anymore.
No,
I don't know why.
Do you know what? And our friend Andy Sapp, he said the same thing on his. He says it's just literally like. So when he did it at Clash Castle, it was like, oh my god, who's this? But it came out guy in a hoodie.
They weren't on the roster, were they?
It's Solo. But Solo.
He was in NXT.
know what I mean? It's just, and it was a night where they could open the door, that cliche word, forbidden door, and use someone else like Jacob Fatu or Zilla. They were in the crowd. So
Jacob Fatu is apparently on the verge of signing, isn't he, from what I've read? So
yeah, with the help of bigger Booker T. Booker T's
yeah.
a big part of that. But yeah, no, Fatal 4. I enjoyed Kev Owens and Logan. I did really enjoy that match. I'm like hoping, because he's now full time as well, isn't he? Well, potentially closer to full time. I'm hoping we see something from him and Waller and Theory.
Yeah.
Some sort of group. That'd be good. And then the men's, I enjoyed the men's Royal Rumble. Not as much as the women, but I enjoyed it. Was let down by some of the entrants. But yeah, no, it was good. But other than that, mate, I think I can see it already. What shirt are you wearing?
Wear me Logan Paul one today. I tried to find my Cody Rhodes one, but it's in the wash. I was going to wear me Cody. I ain't got a Bayley one.
Bayley, what's a Bayley? We want some Bayley.
So yeah, I got me Logan because he successfully retained the United States Championship. My boy still carries the title until Dom can take it.
I think LA Knight
Dom
mania.
can take it. Yeah, I do too. I've been saying that since November. That's probably where they're going to go with it since he won the title. But what are you wearing? I can see you've got a hoodie on, but are you wearing anything underneath? Get it off for the lads. He's wearing the shirt I've got. Fair play.
It could only be one shirt today. Your 2023 and 2024 Royal Rumble back-to-back winner, Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare. But Matt,
I was very shocked they gave it him again.
The important question is, Matt, though, where did you buy a t-shirt from?
Oh, this one.
Yeah,
This Logan Paul Maverick one. Through the link in the description below. That's where I bought it from. If you click that, it
funny
takes
enough,
you to
so
the
did I.
Raw shop. Really? No way.
Yeah.
Well, if you go on it now, they've bought a load of new t-shirts on. Let's have a look, shall we? And right now, you'll see a clip of the website that I'll put in. If I can actually get this one out, because YouTube didn't. Anyway, they've released the meme "Don't Hinder Jinder" t-shirt.
3.
And a new Authors of Pain t-shirt has been released.
AOP.
The Final Testament has been released, as long with no cross one.
I know the new Royal Rumble winner t-shirts are on there.
Yeah, I'll get into that in a minute. They've got the Ivy Nile, got a new Creed Brothers t-shirt. Then you've got the Royal Rumble winners of Bayley and Cody Rhodes. Liv Morgan's new t-shirt because she came back at the Rumble. My girl, who had an amazing performance in the Royal Rumble, Jade Cargill t-shirt. What do you mean, no? She shuts out Becky Lynch. Good riddance. See in a bit. Don't let the fucking door hit you on the way out. And Nia Jax.
Nia Jax, yes.
Did you not think she did well in the Rumble for what she had? The reaction she got was mental.
She did all right.
I can't believe the crowd reaction she had, though. It was mental.
So I think we'll come into it a bit more, but I think obviously the crowd was expecting so much more, especially at both Royal Rumbles at number 30. That when them buzzers went off, the number 30 entrance didn't get the reaction he deserved.
Well, yeah, it was Liv Morgan. They wanted Sasha.
Yeah, they wanted AJ Lee. Get over it.
I think they wanted Mercedes Moné because the rumors were she was there that weekend. They were waiting for her.
Oh, she did a decent job. And yeah, as soon as I seen her shirt, when I clicked the link below, and it was like, that's one for Matt. That's got Matt's name written all over it.
It's already on the way. Andrade, new t-shirt. Chuffed to see Andrade back. Did well for what he had as well in the Rumble, considering. Always shining. Naomi's new t-shirt's in there as well because she made a return. Great exchange between her and Jordan Grace. We'll get into that. Pat's got a shirt on there. Sorry about it.
So happy to see Pat return back at both of them.
Yeah, and I'm so glad he's the new colour commentator on Raw.
Okay.
Well, it's foreseeable, innit, from what Triple H has said. Best in the world, CM Punk, the white T-shirt from his 2012 run, which I'm so excited that Brie brought back out because I'm going to get it because it's my favourite CM Punk T-shirt ever. But I've still got that in the loft, but it's a medium and it won't fit me, obviously. So I'm going to get this one. Obviously, this ain't the original because it had the WWE merchandise thing right in the bottom near the T-shirt there. That's the original one. I've got that. I'm just saying. Anyway. You've got 40 years of Hulk Hogan, Shinsuke Nakamura. So the Shinsuke Nakamura one, I actually like. Well, originally last week when we looked at it, the logo was dead small on my screen, so it looked like it was just there. But now they've updated the shirt and it's massive, so it looks so much better.
Yeah.
No, and then obviously Tom and Nick and Mysterio for Amigos is there as well. And get your Judgment Day T-shirts because they'll be gone soon.
Yeah, don't buy Judgment Day T-shirts to what they did last night on Raw.
Yeah, buy them. Buy them.
But yeah, no. So use the link below. Go buy your Cody Rhodes T-shirts for WrestleMania when he beats Roman Reigns and finishes the story. If he takes on Roman Reigns, we'll get to that later on. Yeah, remember the links there. No, a little bit across there. Click it and take you across the WWE store. Also, guys, if you like our videos, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the bell, leave a comment, like. Now let's get into the Royal Rumble, mate.
Well, before we get into that, I do want to apologise for something because it looks like we're not uploading a lot. We are doing videos. However, when I'm trying to upload videos, YouTube keeps saying there's a copyright infringement on every single video I upload. Now, I don't know why, because we don't use copyright music or trademark music. We don't use WWE videos or anything like that. So I don't understand why. But every video I've tried to put up the last 3 weeks keep coming up saying there's a copyright infringement. So I have to take it down, run through it, take out something maybe it's picked up, and then re-upload it. Then it says it again. It's winding me up. I've sent an email from a personal email. That's why you've probably not seen it on the fella's email, asking why, because there's nothing in there, and sent them the video if they wanted to review it. So they have been sent about 4 videos we've done. So we are uploading. We are trying to upload stuff. There will be a Matt v John because I know there's nothing on them. There's no issues with them. It seems to be like the bigger ones, the longer ones that we do. There's an issue with it or something. I don't know. But that's why I want to apologise. You might see this. You might not. If it says there's a copyright infringement on this one, you probably might not see it until next month, probably. I don't know, until it gets sorted. We might have to tone them down to like 30 minutes because it seems to be fucking working that way. But we'll see. Anyway, I have to do in parts. Anyway, Royal Rumble was this weekend. It's not my favourite one. It doesn't go in my top 5. However, I did think I was very shocked with the winner of the men's because we both were expecting him to go down that route. We both, because it was in your predictions. We both expected Punk to win. Whether it got changed because in the middle of the match he did hurt his arm because he did do it in the middle of the match, we don't know. Excuse me. But we don't know. We'll talk about that a bit more. But let's start off with the women's. Best one of the night, personally. I really enjoyed the women's. And at one point did I go, this is a bit shit. This is the Doom Maiden. We started off strong with boring Natalia. Came out at first. And then we got the returning Naomi. Now, I sent you, Naomi! Yes, I know she was coming back, but it was still meant to see Naomi back.
Yeah, but it's like you text is like, oh my god, like you forgot. I'm like, mate, we knew.
I did forget, to be fair. I did forget, to be fair. And then Bayley came out third. Obviously, we know Bayley won it, which I'm absolutely chuffed because Bayley deserves it. Deserves all the praise she's getting recently because she's been that constant for years. She literally held the COVID year on her back for the women's division. Then you had Candice LeRae coming. Oh, sorry, mate. Go on.
I'd say she's way overdue. Way overdue.
Yeah,
well deserved.
Yeah, well, she's won the NXT Women's title. She's won the tag titles, Raw, SmackDown, Money in the Bank, and now the Royal Rumble. So she's done a Charlotte Flair. So she's on par with Charlotte, which is great because she deserves it. Candice LeRae came in next, and then we got the surprise of the night, Jordynne Grace from TNA. It was great to see her come out with the TNA title. Great to hear Michael Cole reference Jordynne Grace and reference Naomi when they came face to face. Hear the reference of him. Obviously, Jordynne Grace beating Naomi for the title at Hard. He didn't say Hard to Kill, but on TNA. She had a good showing, to be fair. She lasted 20 minutes.
Yeah, she did all right.
Out by Bianca. She did great, to be fair to her. And she didn't even know till 2 days before, I think. Oh, no, she found out on the Monday, because I've seen the video on Instagram this morning. She found out on Monday, and on Thursday she flew down to Orlando for Royal Rumble preparation. And she said she was met with just warm and friendliness throughout the whole women's locker room, which is great because when you're an outsider coming in, it can probably be a bit scary, I can imagine. But yeah, when you see Naomi there, you're probably chilling, aren't you? Because that's probably someone you're probably more close with than anyone. So, then you had Indy Hartwell, Asuka, Ivy Nile, who had a good showing as well. Katana Chance, my brother was like, "Who the frick is this girl? Why is she doing a rave in the middle of an entrance?" And I'm like, I don't get it myself. Good tag team though. And then Bianca came in. She lasted, I think she was third longest. She was third longest. The longest was Bayley. She smashed Rhea Ripley's record. And
How
then
did she smash Rhea Ripley's? Because Rhea Ripley went in first.
It didn't last as long, the match.
All right, yeah.
The Women's Rumble lasted an hour and 5 minutes. Oh, no, an hour and 3 minutes it lasted, whereas Rhea Ripley's was an hour and 1, I think, or something like that. Something like that. She didn't really smash it, but she got past it because the match went on longer. Kairi Sane next, then Tegan Knox. And my brother was like, "Who are half these people?" And I can tell you've not watched wrestling in a while. Kaden Carter, Chelsea Green came in, which I was well chuffed with, and she didn't get eliminated straight away. Piper Niven, I thought her and Piper and when Nia came in, had a few good exchanges between them because she was trying to run away from Nia. Xia Li, forgot she was still there, to be quite honest with you. Zelina, Maxine Dupree. Yeah. She's still learning the ropes, and she wasn't a wrestler, she was a model. So I'm not going to go too harsh on that. I liked the reverse caterpillar, though. I thought that was very good. Nia. Yeah. Nia, less said about Nia, the better until we get to someone. Shotzi, I forgot about Shotzi, to be perfectly honest with you as well, to be quite honest with you. Becky came in, one of the favourites originally. Alba Fire. Shit, I don't know why Dawn didn't come into it.
Yeah, but I thought she'd be in a little bit after, but she came out of the entrance as well. So
Shayna Baszler was next, then Valhalla, who lasted 5 seconds. Then R-Truth came out during Valhalla's entrance, thinking he was a part of the Royal Rumble. Then Adam Pearce came out and went, "You're in, you're out. This is the Women's Royal Rumble." And he's like, "Are you sure?"
Yeah.
Thinks of Nia Jax. Just saying.
I text you that the other night when yeah.
It was great. Meet Jim, Zoe Stark, Roxanne Perez, which
they leaked Roxanne Perez's entrance early in the night on the pre-show.
So this is it. So I said to Tom, I went, next one, Roxanne Perez is going to come out the next 4, and he went, "How do you know?" I went, "Because they leaked it. They showed a video of Randy Orton walking out, and behind was Roxanne Perez's title shot."
Yeah.
Like, of course, she's going to be in it. And then she came out. Jade Cargill, which was a surprise. Well, not surprise. We expected her to make an in-ring debut at the Royal Rumble, but it was still, I reckon, the third biggest pop of the night, I reckon. See it when Jade Cargill come out. I watched it again today. The pop she got was unreal. I couldn't believe the big pop she got from it. Tiffany Stratton, which was great to see, and I hate when they say Tiffy time. I cannot fucking stand it. But Corey Graves was going, "Tiffy time," and I'm like, "Shut the fuck up." And then Liv Morgan returned in a very skimpy outfit, which I was very surprised got away from it. But
it was the homage or something. I can't think what it was. That either.
Christina Aguilera.
That's what it was.
So the final four was Bayley, Jade,
Jade Card,
Liv,
Jade Cargill, Liv, and who else is in the final four with women?
Naomi.
Was it?
Yeah, an hour and 2 minutes. She was in the match. She eliminated Jade Cargill.
Right. Yeah. Must have been that.
Oh no, Bianca. Sorry, Bianca. It was Bianca.
Yeah. Because Bianca eliminated Jade Cargill. Because I remember her flexing and then.
No, Naomi eliminated Jade Cargill. It says it here.
So who's the top four then?
Oh no, sorry, no, I've just read it completely the wrong way around. Naomi was eliminated by Jade Cargill. Bianca was eliminated by Bayley, and Jade Cargill was eliminated by Liv Morgan.
Yeah, because Bayley kicked him off the side of the ring, pretty much.
Yeah. They were the final three, were they? So, and then Bianca was fourth.
Yeah.
So, very good Rumble. I enjoyed it. Few surprises with Jordan Grace, Jade Cargill, Liv returning, which I was kind of hoping it was Sasha or AJ Lee. Kind of knew it wouldn't be AJ Lee because she tweeted out. I think
everybody in the arena was waiting every time that music went. They were expecting either Sasha Banks or AJ Lee's music go off.
To be fair, I forgot about AJ Lee being in it. I just don't think I thought she'd be in it. I didn't think she would be.
I didn't think she would.
She has no reason.
One thing I did notice overall in the Royal Rumble though, how generic WWE's music is. People were literally waiting.
Yeah.
Literally waiting to see who come out because they didn't recognise the music, especially when they come out on their own. If they're in a tag team, people don't even realise they have their own music.
Yeah, if you're not a proper, you don't pay attention to that kind of stuff. You don't realise, like, there was some I didn't like when Alba Fire came out. I was like, I don't know who this is beforehand. I know Tegan Knox's music, so when Tegan Knox came out, I knew that. Or like Katana Chance. I didn't realise, I didn't hear, or I don't know what Ivy Niles is. Indy's changed hers. I didn't even know she changed hers. But yeah, there was somewhere I was like, who the fuck is this? Yeah, has it? I thought it was the same.
No, it's changed.
Oh, has that changed? Oh, well, there you go then. Not even noticed. But then your big ones like Asuka, Bianca, Kyrie. No, even Kyrie's has changed. Zelina's was LWO's. So, and then you knew Jade Cargo's because it just said a storm is coming, and then it was very good match. Then we had the fatal 4-way between Roman, AJ, LA Knight, Randy Orton. We said before it was very underwhelming. We spoke about it before we came on. Just the solo thing is just everyone expects it now. It's just something that he wears a hoodie. Why? We know you or Jimmy are going to get involved, so why are you wearing a hoodie? Acting all surprised that you're coming out. The crowd didn't even react to it. That's how much we're used to it now.
Yeah, I think it wasted. I think that wasted Solo as well.
It's that this whole bloodline thing has wasted Solo altogether. I don't think it's done anything for Solo.
No, it hasn't. But I mean, on the night, like Solo could have had a really good showing in the Royal Rumble to show off his strength. He could have been potentially top 4, potentially one or even top 5 in the last couple in there, throwing people out and to get thrown out by like Gunther. Wouldn't have done him no harm to be chucked out by Gunther. He could have went in and threw Jay out and spiked everybody.
I was just looking through the list of the male superstars that are in the men's list then, and I'm like, well, who does he take over? But then I've just looked. Ludwig Kaiser was in there.
Yeah.
Like he could have took over Ludwig Kaiser. There's others where you think, well, Karrine's in it. You expect him to be in it because of the feud with Bobby. Austin Theory, Grayson Waller are in it. Omos came back. Could we have lived without Omos? Yes, definitely. But I can see why they put him in it. Pat was in it. As much as it was a funny moment, they could have given that space to Solo.
That's it. That would have been a prime point to put Solo in with Braun Breaker because they've got history from NXT, and then Omos because they were building up them two as almost to be a giant Braun Breaker, to be an absolutely fearless warrior, pitbull, whatever you want to call him. So it would have been perfect time to bring in Solo there for them three to do a little bit for a while.
Yeah, definitely. I agree. But yeah, the fatal four-way was poor. It protected Orton because he didn't get the pinfall. He didn't take the pinfall. As well. And it protected LA Knight. I think AJ taking the pin was probably the right way to do it. LA Knight stays protected because he probably needs it more than AJ. AJ will always get a pop and main event status the way he is. And Orton being Orton, he doesn't really take pinfalls and fatal four-ways and triple threats. So
I think AJ's got that. AJ and Orton have got that point in their careers now where a loss doesn't affect their character at all.
I agree.
Where LA Knight's, he's teetering on that part still right now. Is he a main event?
He's still over that. It's mental how much the crowd reacted when he was hitting them, and they were going every time.
But the thing with LA Knight, and I think this every time I watch him, and I do like LA Knight, so it's not taken out the wrong way, but is LA Knight over, or is LA Knight's catchphrase over now?
I think it's a bit of both, personally. I think it's a bit of both.
Because obviously we know the WWE crowd likes to make the catchphrase stick. Woo, what?
The fucking what?
Now we've got the We'll get to the point there where the will start annoying us.
Yeah. Of course. Oh, yeah. I think it's a bit of both. I think the catchphrase is well over, obviously. But when he comes out, he gets a pop, like a big pop on SmackDown, like not just on pay-per-views. Whereas if you look at, I don't know, I'm trying to think of someone with a catchphrase. Can't think of anyone. Still tired. At the moment. I feel like Logan Paul needs a catchphrase.
No, I don't. I think Logan Paul's character is spot on at the moment.
Prime.
That'd be the only. You know what? That'd be the only thing I changed about Logan Paul. And I know it's his product and he's promoting it and product placement and all that. But drop him carrying the bottle of Prime. Drop it.
Why?
I just, it's not needed. It's just, it literally is him advertising his product when he comes out. That's all. He doesn't need put a Prime logo on his fucking tights or something. He doesn't need to carry a bottle of Prime because he just launches it into the crowd anyway.
Damn right, I'd be well up for that. I'd be there catching it, man, jumping over the kids, booting them. Don't care.
Licking the bottle when you caught it.
And keeping that bit in because that was like sus as fuck the way you did that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Logan Paul versus Kevin.
Talk about you licking just before, Logan Paul's bottle.
I'm fine with that. Get the money out of it as well. Sell it on eBay. Roman winning, we all expected it anyway. We didn't expect anyone else winning that match. There
was a small part of me when he was accurate KOing every fucker in the ring before Solo come out. I actually thought, hang on a minute, is Randy going to do this? But then Solo come out and remind me,
feel you, mate. Honestly, I
say it's small.
Is one of his cronies going to come out? I went, yeah, they've not been out yet. Is that why you're not getting excited? I went, yeah, because it's fucking too obvious. It's not happened yet. And Roman's holding the title till Mania. I think he's going to hold it past Mania, or it depends what Cody's doing. But yeah, then you had Logan and Kevin Owens for the US title. I enjoyed it. Gave Logan more heat. The Theory and Waller came out. I know why they came out because they're in a bit of a thing with Kevin Owens as well. And they tried sucking up to Logan on SmackDown on the past SmackDowns, but
they're going to make it stable then 3 now. He's a little bit more full time apparently.
I hope
but that match didn't do no one any harm because it's just built up for another match potentially at Elimination
Chamber. Yeah, I agree.
But yeah, it was a good match. Like I said to you before, like that's the first time since I've watched wrestling that the refs have actually spotted the brass knuckles or any sort of weapon being used.
The plastic brass knuckles. Yeah.
Yeah.
They look so plastic, it's unreal.
I want that ref to be tested for some sort of sports enhancement drug because he's spotted.
It's got to be for noticing that. It's got to be.
Yeah. I bet he's the only ref in the art of all the rest. If he gets knocked, he didn't fall over like he's been broken into 5 pieces.
Yeah, well, no, he has done in the past. He does get knocked out for 10 years. Then we had this is nothing to do with the Royal Rumble, but we had a Slim Jim commercial. Dave Meltzer got that wrong again. Slim Jim apparently had pulled everything from WWE, and then they showed the Slim Jim, and they did it on Raw as well. So wrong again there, Dave, aren't you?
Dave Meltzer can go suck because there's a few more stuff. Another thing he did this weekend with AEW that's backfiring on him.
He can go and suck a fucking what's his name's dick, Omega's, because that's how he fucking spoons off. Anyway, and that was a dig at Kenny Omega. That was a dig at what's his name, Uncle Dave. Then you had the men's. Very underwhelming for me, although it was underwhelming. He started off with Jey Uso. Jay's over with the crowd anyway, and then Jimmy came out, and Jay looked really shocked, like he was never going to meet Jimmy in the Royal Rumble. Then Grayson Waller came out. Andrade returned, which was it, and we knew it was coming, but it was cool to see Andrade come out. It looks like he enjoyed himself in the ring as well. Carmelo Hayes was in the Rumble. Shinsuke, Santos Escobar, Karrion Kross, Dirty Dom, Carlito, Bobby Lashley, Ludwig Kaiser for some reason. I'm guessing it was to advance. I'm turning a little bit on thinking we're getting Big E after what happened on Raw. I'm starting to think it a little.
Elimination Chamber, maybe?
Yeah, I'm starting to think we're probably going to see Big E back or in manager capacity.
Making a save at like Elimination Chamber or something.
Yeah, I'm slowly turning that way. Austin Theory. Yeah. Finn.
I think Royal Rumble though. Just track back a bit on Big E. I think the Royal Rumble would have been a better time to return him because that match.
It might not be
missing,
ready.
Maybe, but that match was missing that return.
Yeah,
I know we had Andrade.
Yeah,
I know we had Andrade.
Someone we weren't expecting. We were expecting Andrade.
Yeah, but Big E's return would have got a massive, massive pop. So yeah, but like I say, it might just not be ready.
Yeah, he's probably not ready, or he probably doesn't. Probably felt. To be fair, the Royal Rumble was probably the best place because he can just kind of not hide in the corner, but he can come out, do his spot, then just sit in the corner and pretend he's getting battered by Dirty Dom or something.
Being chucked over the top rope might have been a bit.
Yeah, that's another thing as well. But
too much for me to take right now.
Then Cody came out, and we know Cody won. We'll get into that in a minute. Bronson Reed, I wanted more from Bronson Reed, but he did get eliminated by Omos. Kofi, Gunther,
Ivar. Kofi, this has got to be the first Royal Rumble I've ever watched. Kofi didn't save himself.
Yeah.
Now, was that fuck up or?
I thought it was originally.
I thought, yeah,
because he looked a bit when he got eliminated. I don't know, like the referees looked a bit lost when he got eliminated because he was obviously meant to do so. It might not have been. It might have been a proper elimination, but Kofi's always done something to save himself. Like he didn't have Xavier Woods out there though. He didn't have Xavier out with him.
Yeah, I suppose.
For whatever reason, Gunther came out. Ivar. Then we got Bron Breakker, who was supposed to be somebody else. It was supposed to be Brock Lesnar, but obviously with what's going on, Brock Lesnar got cancelled.
Seeing a clip of Bron Breakker this week training was you know who, CM Punk, and he was hitting the ropes with him, and I didn't realise, they've clocked him in hitting them ropes at 20 miles per hour.
Yeah. I watched that YouTube video. He trained with Trick, Lexus King, Carmelo Hayes, and Bron Breakker, and it was a great video. To be fair, it was a really good video. I enjoyed it. Omos, we all needed an Omos return. It's his one every 5 months. When did he return last? Was it SummerSlam?
Well, he's been working the live events, hasn't he? I think
Yeah,
what
but
Triple H
that's on
said
TV.
in his press conference, he's been working a live event. It's not been like he's been away completely. He's just been on live events for a while.
Yeah, but he's not been on TV, has he? That's what I mean. He's
No.
not been made a TV appearance. I think SummerSlam was the last one.
Yeah, maybe.
Pat came in, eliminated himself. Don't blame him
Probably
when I come face
funniest
to face with
bits.
Omos and Braun. But then that could have been took up by somebody like Solo, like I said. So
Yeah.
Jordan Devlin. I just called Jordan Devlin because I've been doing a quiz this morning on 2K. JD McDonough was next. R-Truth came out, was eliminated by Priest. And
But hang on a minute. You just get R-Truth had once again stole the Rumble with his entrance because he come out thinking he was in a tag team match, trying to get a hot tag from Dirty Dom.
Sorry, I forgot. Yeah, no, I forgot. That was funny.
And
That actually,
and the crowd got well behind it, and yeah, coming for the hot tag on Dirty Dom, and he kept saving Dom from being eliminated till Priest came in.
Yeah, and then Priest just took him out because of what Truth did on Raw against his match with Drew. The Miz, Damian Priest, CM Punk, Ricochet, which I forgot about to be quite honestly, Drew, and then we were all like, "Who's number 30?" You know, Rey Mysterio was rumored to be coming back. Is it Rey? And I thought if it's Rey, he's probably going to get booed because they're expecting someone massive. And then it was Sami Zayn, who got a massive pop because he's not been seen in a month because he got took out by Drew. So it was great to see Sami back.
Though, I think those people in that crowd, though, there's another thing we're expecting number 30 to be like Okada or MJF. The ones that were still believing MJF was going to turn up there.
Mate.
No.
we said it back in November. He's already signed. Otherwise, he wouldn't have held the title till December, and they wouldn't have carried held the story on of what's going on between him and Adam Cole. Yeah. They would have just they wouldn't have even mentioned it on AEW TV. So, the final four was who I said it was. Well, who we both said it was going to be: Drew, Gunther, Punk, Rhodes. And at that point, I thought, I know Punk's winning. Obviously, things changed, but I know Punk's winning. But anyone could win this here now.
Yeah,
and I wouldn't be angry at any of them.
At that point, I was still at Punk was winning.
Mm-hmm.
This is where it got really entertaining for me, and it's sort of like it was the big guys against the smaller guys. And obviously, Gunther went after Cody because they've got the history from last year's Royal Rumble, so he's slapping him about. But then Drew went after Punk, and it just seemed everything Drew did to Punk was just a little bit harder than what Gunther was doing to Cody. So the slap sounded, the chest sounded different. Everything he was doing so it just seemed like he put a little bit extra sting on it, and it was making me so happy. I even forgot myself for a moment because when he claymored Cody, I was like, "Yes, go on." And even Zoe looked at me like, "Really?" It's like, "Yes, he's hurting him. Do it more." And obviously the news broke that his DDT shell shock injured CM Punk. Shame. What a shame.
I thought I didn't. I've was it not something else I read?
I've seen that it was the shell. It was the shell shock he got, like shell shock or
the
DDT.
Shell shock? What's the shell shock?
It's Drew's DDT.
Oh, Future Shock.
That's it. Yeah, Future Shock.
Don't say shell shock. Ryback will be coming out.
Yeah. So apparently it was that done it. We don't know. But last night, obviously on the promo, if you watch Raw, he sort of said that he dreamt of injuring him, and he did it. He prayed for an injury for CM Punk, and it happened.
Yeah, I mean, I loved it because obviously just pure out heel between for Drew, and I loved it. Obviously, as soon as I saw Punk injured, I thought, well, there's one man that's definitely fucking happy. I was really looking forward to Seth and Punk at WrestleMania. I really was looking forward to it. Legit, it was going to be a great match and a great story between them both. And I know you hate him, and I know you hatred towards him, but that match and that build up for Seth and Punk was like a legit, like you talk about Drew and the hard hitting he was doing on him. like the build up between Punk and Seth is more real than him and Drew. And
The only
it's
thing that would
so
have made
good.
that match enjoyable for me is if Priest has the briefcase going into that match. Not Priest, sorry. Drew has the briefcase going into that match.
Why?
Because that would have been, for me, that if Drew takes the Money in the Bank briefcase going and that match happened, I have that bigger gut feeling that he's going to cash in at the end and take it straight from Punk.
Mm-hmm.
And that would have made me very, very happy.
I can't believe your hatred.
But yeah, so right, so CM Punk chucked out Drew.
Yes, CM Punk chucked out Drew, which I thought was great story. It's a great story between them.
Yeah.
Sammy
it was
got
just
chucked
after
out.
Drew. He kicked him with the Claymore, and then he shouted like, "This is not your locker room no more. I'm the leader of this locker room." And then he got dumped out by him.
Yeah.
And then Gunther went next. I can't remember who took Gunther out.
Cody
took Gunther out, and obviously that led to Cody Punk going at it. Like I said earlier on, it's like a match within a match.
dragged on.
Was it Taker? Shawn Michaels did it a few years back, and they were the final two. And
It
they
dragged then as well.
created a match within a match. It dragged on. But in that time, I knew the winner wasn't who we thought it was. As soon as Punk uttered the words, "I've been away for 10 years. I am not coming back to lose to Dusty Rhodes Kid." As soon as he said that,
that was at the end, though, wasn't it? That was like before
just towards the end, yeah, just before. But as soon as he said that, I knew we were getting a Cody win. Very, very.
Now, did it? Was it because of the injury? Because as soon as I've just seen that it could have been Drew's future shot. If it was, he rolled over to the ref and he said straight away, "I've done something to my arm." Was that the original plan for Cody all along, or was it Punk? Now, if it wasn't, and Cody was legit always winning, then that just absolutely shoots down what we thought about Punk coming in and that he was straight away winning the Royal Rumble and going to WrestleMania.
So he showed me something last night, and I don't want to acknowledge it because I'm trying to just say no. I don't think the injury changed it because they wouldn't know the exact stance. It could have just been a pulled muscle. It could have healed over time because he's only on TV bit part, so they could have done that till Mania. Here and there, he didn't have to wrestle. Don't like giving plaudits, but I actually think he's put Cody over that night. Just off that promo a couple of weeks ago where he said about Dusty when he went down to OVW, Dusty got in touch with him and said to him, "Oh, my lad's coming down, look after him." So he showed me something last night where it's literally obviously that picture where Punk's sitting beside the ring looking up at him, and it was like CM Punk is not actually that bad. He's kept his promise to Dusty and looked after his boy.
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh, bastard. I don't want to acknowledge that. Really don't want to acknowledge that, but I think Cody was planned to win. I don't think the injury had anything to do with it.
So then, what we thought about Punk returning, he's just bollocks, isn't it?
But still, though, I think either way, if he didn't get injured, he was still being injected into a main event at WrestleMania because he would have gone on and face Seth.
Yeah, he would have gone to face Seth. But we said he was going to come in, he was going to demand a title shot, win the Royal Rumble. He was going to be injected in it. It was him, and it was all about Punk. But to be fair, and I know you're not going to give him any massive plaudits, but obviously he's not wrestled. He's wrestled Dom on a couple of house shows, and the promos he's had with 2 house shows. It was a couple of house shows. One at Madison Square Garden, and then one just random one. He wrestled a couple of nights after. Then that was it. Yeah, it was just
that one.
Yeah, it was literally the same match that happened at Madison Square Garden. And then the promos he's had between Drew, Cody. Anyone else? feel like I'm forgetting someone.
That's it.
Was that it? Like,
Seth.
oh, Seth. That's fucking hell, I didn't forget Seth. Like, made me excited for potential matches between CM Punk and Seth Rollins, CM Punk and Cody Rhodes, CM Punk and Drew. Once they actually get into a match.
So let me ask you this
think...
question. Let me ask you this question, and this is me taking my my dislike from him out of the equation right now. This is why I'm not going to answer this question. Now, he got injured from what we're aware of and what I've seen, and obviously we don't know 100%. He got injured from a very standard DDT.
Mm-hmm.
He's just returned back from an injury. When he's in AEW, he was injured most of the time he was there. Has he now still got? He's got the star power to pull crowds in, but is his body still able to take let's say a full run for a storyline with the likes of Seth or Drew?
A full runners in what?
Like
are we talking
week in, week out fights with them, back, brawls in the ring, matches here and there, building up. Because he's going to have to do a schedule at some point of matches.
I think if they do it right, yes. I think if they do it where he doesn't wrestle every week, but he's there every week, still getting into scraps backstage or costing. Say we're talking about a feud with Drew, because we know how physical Drew can be. So say he's in a feud with Drew, and it's going from, what's he out now, 4 to 6 months. So SummerSlam to Survivor Series, let's say he's back at SummerSlam, attacks Drew. If they do it where he costs Drew a couple of matches, but he's on the show and he wrestles every other Raw, but he's there week in, week out, possibly. But he's getting to that point now where he's an injury-prone wrestler. Where you look at Orton, he's very rarely had injuries.
Mm-hmm.
He's had I think he said he's had 3 injuries his whole career.
But I think now with Orton, if you take example Orton's last injury, I think we'll see less of Orton now because they want to protect Orton, because maybe what that last injury
He's
was the one
wrestled
that
every
pushed
week
him
though.
up. Yeah, he's wrestled every week, but we might not see as much of Orton in maybe after Mania.
Maybe, but I was just using that as an example.
Yeah.
Drew's
I
Orton has
think
only had 3 injuries his whole career, whereas Punk, he had an injury in 2008, which kept him out for a couple of months. Because I remember he held the world title, then he dropped the world title, then he got injured. He had an injury in 2012. Before he wrestled The Rock, he was injured, but he was on the show week in, week out. And he was using the Shield to beat Ryback when he was in a feud with Ryback. Then he got an injury, obviously, with AEW. He got an injury before he fought in the UFC, and they had to push his fight back about a year before he actually fought in the UFC. Then his injuries in AEW. I think he's very injury prone.
that's the worry.
Age.
So to book a schedule of him, you're gonna have to say if you can't book him with the safest wrestlers, because that's not a guarantee no more. So let's say Big E returns, you'll see Big E's first few matches will be some of the safest wrestlers. So I pick a name out there. He's always seems to have a match with somebody that's just returned from a big injury. Kev Owens, he's a safe wrestler. You know he's going to look after you, protect you. AJ Styles,
Yeah.
them sort of wrestlers. But I don't think that's going to be enough to book a run for CM Punk and his injuries. Because Drew McIntyre, I would put down as one of the safest workers in the business.
Mm-hmm.
And
it can work. It can work, but they have to do it where, rather than doing it to Drew's strengths, they have to do it to CM Punk's strengths. Where if you're in a feud between Seth, if you're wrestling Seth at the moment, if it's Seth and say Drew, you've got to do it to Seth's strengths because he's injured, and you're trying to protect him to get to Mania.
That's my only concern with, like, obviously take my dislike away from. That's my only concern with CM Punk. If you create some sort of storyline and it's going really, really good and it's got people interested and a main event, PPV hangs on it, and he gets injured, and that's the main event sort of killed. That's my only
I get what
concern
you
with
mean.
him
I
in
get
ring
what
at
you
the
mean.
moment.
Yeah.
But then again, at the
But that's
moment,
like that with anyone, though.
that's my concern with Seth at the moment too, because Seth is working injured. So one bad injury is taking him completely out.
He's not wrestling now, is he?
But I know right now, but I'm saying if he doesn't rest up and get the heal and stuff he needs, one bad bump's going to take him out for months. He's going to vacate that title. We're going to have a tournament for that title. That title's going to go around somebody's waist that probably, don't get me wrong, it'll go around somebody's waist that probably does deserve it. Yeah, Gunther. But then Seth's back at square one to build back up. But
I don't think he is. I think he comes back and gets slotted straight back in.
yeah, with Seth it worked. Yeah,
Because they did it with Roman. He did it with Roman when Roman won the title, and then he returned from his injury. He slotted straight into that feud between Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns, and between them two.
Yeah,
Seth's one of those people that you can just slot into it.
Yeah, Seth was probably a bad example for that there.
I know what you mean though. Like if it's someone else, like let's just now people don't go mad at me at all. Say Austin Theory's in that picture.
Yeah,
where he's a title run.
So we've got one now. LA Knight. He's in the picture.
Exactly. Perfect. Yeah, if he gets injured and he's gone for a couple of LA Knight's probably a bad example.
No, but if LA Knight's in the picture now, he's in and around the main event title now. If LA Knight got a bad injury, it took him out for a few months. The crowd will still love his return, but by that time, LA Knight would have fell down the pecking order because they would have slotted Mustafa Ali, Kofi, for an example.
Yeah.
They would have slotted somebody in to replace him on that push. That person probably, if it's the right person like they did with Kofi Mustafa Ali, is going to get the crowd's going to get way behind him. And by the time LA Knight comes back, yes, the crowd's going to love his return. And he's going to be mid card in it for a very long time to get back up because his place has been taken.
Yeah. Agreed.
We had that with Mustafa Ali and the Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, we did.
Mustafa was on the run. He ended up got injured, got replaced by Kofi, who then went on to have Kofi Mania.
What Mania? One of my favourites. Yeah, it'd be interesting. I thought we knew the WrestleMania card. I thought it was all planned and it was done. And now Punk's injuries threw everything open. Cody, I still think he's facing Roman. I still think it's there. I think Seth's probably going to face Drew. Sorry for cut you off. I don't think he's winning the Money in the Bank anymore with Punk being injured, Drew.
No, I think that all changed last night. So
I think go on.
I think the way it's going to plan out, I think that last night was a throw plant to seed in the doubt why they work out what they're doing. Because Cody should have really, if Punk didn't get injured, Cody was coming out last night declaring he was going for Roman. There was that. Yeah. I think that was the written last night's promo. I think why they need to buy themselves a little bit more time just putting plans in place to where they're going. I do think it's going to be probably Drew, Seth at Mania, or Seth Gunther at Mania.
I think it could be a triple threat. Gunther, Drew, Seth.
And I think Priest is going to get involved. I don't think he's winning the belt. I think he's going to do the cash in though.
Yeah, and I think Drew Claymore him.
Yeah.
I think that's probably set in stone. Roman and Cody, I think's done. I think that'll get announced soon. Women wise, I still think it's Bayley Io.
After last night's what I've read, I think it's Bayley Io as well because she's not announced her announcement until Friday.
And then when Bayley said I'm going to announce it on Friday, Io looked a bit pissed off. And then we know we're probably going to get Rhea and Becky. I think that's written. And I think we're probably going to get Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair.
Yeah, I will try. I'm take my money now for. Absolutely take my money now for.
Obviously, it's Jade Cargill. Obviously.
I just hope Jade. I hope it's not a 5-10 minute match. Well, not even a 5 minute match.
I don't think it will be. With Bianca in there, I don't think it will be.
It's just going off Jade's track record at AEW. They were Goldberg style run matches. They were very quick. Yeah.
She's had a lot more training though, hasn't she?
Yeah, I think she needs to prove to a lot of the hardcore fans, the serious fans that watch it all the time. I think she's got a lot to prove that she can actually go now, and she's had that time to learn and hone them skills in the PC. Rhea though, don't know. Someone's telling me we're not getting Rhea Becky straight.
Why?
I don't know. And I think we might, potentially, we could get Jay Cargill, Nia Jax as well. But
Well,
that
not
might
Bianca.
be yeah, but that could be Elimination Chamber. Jade and
No, I think
Nia.
Elimination Chamber is because they're going to. I think they're announcing it next week. Is a women's Elimination Chamber. The winner faces Rhea.
Right.
So Becky will be in it. Nia will be in it. Zoe Stark will probably be in it with Shayna Baszler
Liv.
and Liv and.
See,
Yeah.
Liv could win that because of story there, because Rhea was the one that injured Liv.
Well, there was rumours saying that Liv was going to go on to WrestleMania and face Rhea. But I think if you're going to have it as WrestleMania 40, and it's a milestone, it's the 40th anniversary.
I want Bex.
I think you
Bex,
go Becky and Rhea. I think you go Becky, Rhea, Cody Roman, Seth, Gunther, Drew, and Io and Bayley. I'd throw Dakota Kai in there, but that's just me because I want full damage control.
So if she can get fit, that's the problem.
Yeah, and then you get the women's tag titles with the Kabuki Warriors, Chelsea Green, Piper Niven, Chance and Carter, and I don't know, Natalia and Knox. I don't know, someone fucking throw another team in there. Alba Fire and Isla Dawn.
Yeah.
Split them goddamn tag titles up.
The issue that I have though is if Gunther's going in to face Seth at Mania, I feel he needs to drop the Intercontinental title before then.
Jey Uso. I'd drop it to Jey. Yeah, I'd drop it to Jey. I think Jey could do with that.
I won't be disappointed. I'd be very happy.
He's at that point now where what do you do with Jey? Like you've got your main event picture there. You've got on both shows. You've got your main event, possibly what it's going to be. He's not in a tag team, so you don't put him obviously in the tag team division. What do you do with him now? Give him the Intercontinental title. Let him win it at Elimination Chamber. Or if you really like to put Drew Gunther in the main event, have him win the Elimination Chamber for the Intercontinental title. That way, Gunther loses because of somebody else potentially, and it still makes Gunther look strong. Kind of, I don't know, but that's what I'd do personally, anyway.
Or if you want to get a pop from it, have him face Biggie in Elimination Chamber,
or Sami Zayn.
Sami Zayn or Jey would be good with that title right now. I feel that's all they're missing right now of their runs.
Agreed.
Is their title, but not tag titles together. No, I think that's all they're both missing.
The tag division pisses me off anyway because they need the title splitting up. It's winding me up. But yeah, I'm trying to think of other matches, and you've got other grudge matches.
I think we get a tag team match.
Jimmy J.
We want to get a tag match.
Yeah, we'll get a tag match. We'll get something with Judgment Day.
But is the tag match going to be like a straight 2-on-2, or are we going to get a multi-man tag match? So
I hope it's a fatal 4-way tag match personally.
Yeah, and if it is, I think it'll be DIY. Obviously, Judgment Day. I think all
Creed Brothers.
Awesome Truth as well.
Yeah, and Creed Brothers. I think they're the four.
And I hope for the US title, I hope it's some sort of like a ladder match, like the old days. We used to be the Intercontinental and the US title used to be in ladder matches with quite a few people.
Multiple man match, that'd be cool.
Yeah, because it gives Logan the opportunity to do something like he did with like Ricochet again,
showcase something else.
Yeah. Trying to think what else we've got out there, but yeah, Jay Cargill, Bianca Belair would be a good shout. What else we could have? Well,
we know we have a Brock match, but obviously that's out the water. So whatever's going to happen is probably Braun Breaker. That's probably the best thing to happen to Braun Breaker.
Well, do you know what? I wouldn't be upset if they replace the plans for Braun Breaker for Brock with Braun Breaker and start to build Braun Breaker up as the new Brock Lesnar. If you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Minus a few bits because he's got the stature, he's got the raw ability, he's got everything that he needs there. I'd have him face Dirty Dom at Elimination Chamber because Dirty Dom threw him out.
Gets you the babyface pop.
Gets in that, yeah. Have Dirty Dom, but have him literally absolutely ragdoll with Dirty Dom around the ring.
Yeah.
Because then that puts his power on. build a schedule running up to WrestleMania, maybe something from Bronson Reed, something like that. Some of the bigger guys. Don't put them near Omos. Keep them away from Omos. Absolutely no need for him. But you know what? Put him in now in them ladder matches. It won't do him a harm if he's in one of them ladder matches.
No, definitely not. Definitely, I agree. Two people we could see return to WWE are Malachi Black and Buddy Murphy. It's come out this week that they're looking once they can and they're legally able to do so. They're getting out their contracts to go back to WWE, which makes sense because the partners are in WWE.
Yeah, that's the only thing that makes sense for me. Malachi, I can understand because he was good as Aleister Black under Triple H and the Black and Gold
his
NXT.
Music was sick, and he just won't get the same music again. It'll piss me off because his music was ace.
But Buddy Matthews just doesn't. He didn't get over when Triple H struggled to get him to work in NXT, and then he struggled to work when he got over. The best thing Buddy Matthews.
Oh no, Blake and Murphy was sick. I love Blake and Murphy in NXT.
They were good, but
Alexa
made them look good.
I don't think so. They were a quality tag team, them two. I enjoyed every single tag match they had. To be fair, I enjoyed every tag match in NXT. To be quite honest with you, because
Black and Gold NXT tag matches.
Don't sleep on the new one. Don't sleep on the new NXT. It's quality. But yeah, I agree. Every single tag match that was in the old NXT was quality. But Blake and Murphy was quality. I absolutely loved him.
I don't get me wrong. I say they had quality matches, mate. I 100% agree with you. The Black and Gold tag team division was the best tag team division WWE's had in a long time. Every week the tag team matches slapped because you had good teams. Enzo Cass, Blake Murphy, Alpha America and Alpha.
Dash Wilder, Scott Dawson, FTR.
Yeah, FTR.
Revival.
The Revival, yeah. Who else was down there?
Imperium.
Obviously, got the Imperium, Undisputed Era.
United Undisputed Era, yeah.
Yeah, so the tag division down there, DIY.
Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch as well, you had there.
Yeah, even they slapped. They were good.
Pete Dunne, Bate, 7.
Yeah, Mushroom Mountain.
Mushroom Mountain, yeah.
Yeah,
Mustache Mountain,
D12, yeah. Mustache Mountain.
But yeah, it was quality.
I just don't feel for Malachi Black, there's room for Malachi Black to come back
and
do something.
I agree.
Absolutely. I think it's missing that supernatural character right now, and I think they're going to try and do it with Kieran, but I don't think it'll work with Kieran just as good as it would do Aleister Black, because that's what he'll return back as. I just don't think I don't see a spot for Buddy. I don't see what Buddy does.
No, I don't know what you do with him.
I would like.
Do you know what you could do with him? And he probably won't go with it, but I'd put him in NXT and get him to main event for the NXT title.
Yeah, get him
Trick Williams, him and Trick could pull off quality matches. Him and Camilo Hayes, I know he'd be called up by then, but him and Camilo Hayes could have pulled up great matches. Dragunov, I reckon Buddy Murphy in NXT would slap.
It could go. I think I would like to see if Alistair's coming and Malachi's coming back. I would like them to see bring Brody King with him.
Imagine. That's big Brody loss King. For AEW, that, personally.
Massive loss, because Brody King's their monster. They haven't... I think if them two leave, Brody King's got potential to go on a mega run down in AEW, but I also think he's got so much potential in WWE as well.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I like Brody King. Really like Brody King.
Brody King's ace. I like Brody King.
But that's all come around from Uncle Dave, though. This is what I was touching on earlier on. Uncle Dave fucked up. Uncle Dave.
Yeah, but last time, the only reason I'm believing this one is only because last time Malachi Black came out and said, "I'm happy with where I am." He's not come out and said anything.
Yeah, but Uncle Dave's obviously come out and said that they weren't willing to put FTR and Daniel Garcia over this week, and now they're like, well,
Tony Khan's obviously looked at that and gone, yeah, okay, we'll change that because he just said that.
I do need to watch Collision this week because I believe that Dawson, Dax, Cash, Wheeler, I can't remember his first name, does a spot off the top of the cage, which is maybe pretty good. So I do need to watch out. That match got changed from a 6-man tag match to a 6-man cage match very quickly as well, by the way, because that wasn't scheduled till Saturday night. I haven't watched any
Rob Van
AEW
Dam's
this
back
week.
as well this week.
Yeah. Oh, I have. I watched AEW midweek. I didn't watch, obviously, because we're like filming on a Tuesday. So I watched last Wednesday's AEW. Another good show. Another good showing from, but it was when I watched at work again.
Yeah.
I defer. This week was works viewing. This week was just old Royal Rumbles, just rewatching random old. I literally just put the list on, just picked one at random and left it on. But no, there was another good show from AEW this week. I would have to rewatch it to give a good rundown of it, but I remember enjoying it. But I need to watch Collision. Need to watch Collision. That was still need to watch.
Yeah. Moving on to TNA. TNA is obviously still carrying on. Nick Nemeth is in the main event picture with Moose for the title. We also saw a vignette debut for Mustafa Ali for TNA. Yeah, that's mild as well. Just exactly what I thought. Listen, people like Mustafa Ali, fair dues. I respect
Do
you
you know
for trying to
what?
like someone. I just don't. I can't get behind him.
It was good at the beginning. Then they made, was it Retribution?
Attribution.
Yeah, they built that up, and then him to be the one that's the leader of all them just killed Mustafa Ali for me.
It wasn't even that for me. It was like the cruiserweight classic, the cruiserweight title, 205 live stuff that he did. His match with Buddy Murphy was absolutely quality, and the matches he had with Austin Aries as well down there and Neville and stuff was just amazing. Then they brought him up to SmackDown, and then did I'm watching everything. I'm seeing everything kind of guy, see the light kind of shit, and it was like, yeah, okay, cool. But what are you actually doing? What's your character? What are you trying to get over? And then he got injured in the chamber. I couldn't imagine him going to WrestleMania and winning the title.
It wouldn't have been the same. Wouldn't have the same effect, mate. It would not have had the
With
same effect as Kofi Mania.
exactly with Kofi winning the title at Mania, it was like he's been doing this for 12 years, building himself up, ups and downs, characters that were just crap. And he's won the title with his best friends ringside with his sons as well. And it's like that made more sense than Mustafa Ali going on to beat Daniel Bryan for the title. You know what I mean? They've seen the viewership go up since the rebranding. It was always going to happen when you go back to the original TNA name and TNA logo and Impact, and they're even bringing back Explosion on YouTube on TNA Plus as well. The hour show that kind of recaps Impact, but also has an exclusive match on there as well. They're bringing that back. Natalia said she's got a dream match she wants to have over in TNA, so maybe we could get Natalia in TNA as a crossover if Triple H was like, well, you give us Jordan Grace, I'll let you have Natalia for a couple of weeks.
I do think there's more of a I don't like using it. I know the AEW we've got pay-per-view. I do think there's more of a forbidden door
Yeah,
agreement
Triple
there than
H
we
said
all.
it in his press conference. He
Yeah,
hates the name, didn't he?
but I do think there's a little bit more to that because Jordana Grace has come out and said that she's not quite done at WWE just yet.
Yeah, I read that as well.
So
Natalia
I
said she
think
wants to face Gail Kim.
Oh, okay.
It's one of her dream matches. Gail Kim is now retired, but she retired last time, came back and still slapped a couple of matches. So, I mean, she's not
I
my
did
goal.
try and find TNA online this week to watch, but
That
every time I
website
went to it,
that we normally watch it on has now been closed, so I don't know where to watch it.
I found the ones. They close it all the time. They just change the dot after the dot.
Right, okay,
So
I'll have a look at that later.
yeah, just remind me after this. Yeah, remind me after this to tell you what to do. But yeah, no, that's where I was trying to watch it on, but it kept bringing me back up last week's, which I've already watched.
Yeah.
So cause that's every day I went on. That's what I wanted to watch at the beginning. My shift was the beginning. Was TNA. I'm back in for it, mate. I'm buckled in. I'm ready for the ride. The product's got potential to be absolutely exciting, and I like how they've not rebranded it and gone straight back into trying to get arenas. They're staying in the small venues,
Yeah, they're
keeping
still
it
doing the
personal.
small thing. Yeah,
But yeah, I'm
yeah.
enjoying it, and obviously got some decent talent over there, mate. Can't argue
Yeah,
the
they have.
talent they're using.
Yeah, they have. They've got quality talent. Well, breaking news. Whether you'll see this or not is a different matter. With the commentary team changing because Kevin Patrick has been released.
Oh, you fucker! I was just going to do this. I've literally just got it on my phone and I've just left it open on my phone to read it.
Okay.
So go on. Stealing my bet
Kevin
again.
Patrick was relieved of his duties last week. I know everyone was. Do you know what? The internet wrestling community are so hypocritical. It's unreal. They turned around and they went, "Get him gone. He needs to be gone. He needs to go. Like he's just boring." And then when he gets released, we didn't say you want him fired. We just wanted him off TV. No, you didn't. Stop going back on what you said, you morons.
I believe he's got a job already, or he had a job. I don't because obviously I don't.
He had a job on ESPN, won it originally.
Yeah, I think he's going to start commentating on their football or something. The Premier League football. I'm not just sitting here with my hand up for no reason. Kill is there.
You're trying to touch Cody there.
Yeah, I just realised it's sat there and you can't see him getting comfortable. Yeah, Kill the Pod Dog is there.
To slap Cody's ass then. Go on, lad. Yeah, well, I mean, the commentators on football are dreadful anyway, no matter what you listen to. Although, Amazon Primes are very good. I like Amazon Prime commentary.
I like it. So just slightly off wrestling, anything Alan McCoy's done, I'm happy with, mate. I really like Alan McCoy as a commentator.
I agree. Alan McCoy is absolutely sick. So SmackDown going forward I'm very surprised they're doing this.
Yeah, so I was going to bring
Corey
this up
Graves
to see how you reacted to that. Wade Barrett and Corey Graves. I feel like it's missing.
It's two color commentators commentating, and it's like you need that lead guy, and you haven't.
Yeah.
Like why have you not gone to Vic Joseph and said, "Do you mind doing both for a bit until we can get somebody in?"
I think this is the chance for Corey Graves to show that he is now
the
lead guy, because he has been around for doing it for absolute donkeys now. He started in NXT after his injury, and he is a good commentator. I really like Corey Graves.
I like Corey.
I've never seen him wrestle because I came to Black and Gold
good wrestler after, to be fair. Good wrestler.
After his injury. I got brought into the Black and Gold NXT by Finn Balor joining him, because I seen all the promos and the Doubt Demon. I was like, who the fuck's this guy? And I started watching NXT. So I was way after everybody else. So I know Corey Graves as the commentator. That's all I've known. But I've been able to watch Corey Graves build from the learning the ropes on NXT to get into the main roster and building up. I think he learned so much from Monmano. He helped him out so much. He's learned so much from Cole.
Cole's just a legend, isn't he?
But what's Trips doing, man? Bring back Monmano, the best commentator WWE's ever had.
Romano is he's always said he'd never go back because of past experiences. And
that's JBL.
Yeah. So like, if people know if you've had a bad experience somewhere, you don't. So say at a restaurant, you've had a bad experience that people say about Mackey's all the time when he used to work there. I'm never coming back here. 2 days later, they'll be there spending the £1.50 on something. But if you had a bad experience at a workplace or something, and you don't go back there, like it's like JR. I don't think JR will ever go back to WWE. I think it'll just be AEW, and then once he retires. He's done. I don't think the only time he'll probably go back to WWE is probably a one-off match for a retirement match for someone like a Randy Orton or someone like a John Cena. But then I think
just about to say that. I think JR, when JR's done, I think he's done. I think he's done, but I think he'll do like a farewell tour, and I think he'll be very easily persuaded to come back. And let's say it has to be, for me, it has to be one of the top guys. So John Cena, Randy Orton. I think if Triple H phoned and said, "Look, JR, John Cena's fighting at Wembley," because he said that's where his retirement match is going to be, the O2 Arena. He's taking on X, Y, and Z. Come back and do big time John's last match for me, and that's it. I think it'll be hard for him to go, no.
I think with John Cena, I don't think it'd be a John Cena match, only because he's best friends with Michael Cole.
Right, yeah, fair enough. Put
So
JR
I think
and
it'd
Mike
be a
Cole
Randy. I
together.
think it'd be a Randy Orton. I think it'd be a Randy Orton match more than anything.
Yeah.
But then Randy Orton's last match is probably going to be about 3 years away at this rate.
Yeah.
He still looks absolutely fucking jacked.
So just on big time, John. I know obviously we're talking about the commentators and stuff here. Do you know what? I hope they do well. Corey and Stu Bennett. I've took a piss beside Stu Bennett, just so everybody can know. I've actually been in the urinals in the toilet right next to Stu Bennett, minding my own business.
Claim to fame.
In walks this big fella, and I was like, washed my hands, turned around, I was like, oh fuck, I was pissing beside Bad News Barrett. Jeez. I did hang outside the toilets for a
Looking
selfie.
at him going, I've got some bad news for you.
Looking at my own, looking at his, going, fucking you, I've got some bad news, man, aren't you? Fucking hell. No, so I do like Stu Bennett. I'm not going to use him as Bad News Barrett because I wasn't a big Bad News Barrett fan, but I do like Stu Bennett in that role. I do want one more Stu Bennett bullhammer at somebody, and I feel it could come.
Yeah, I agree.
I feel it could come like in to protect Sheamus in an attack or something because he's close with Sheamus and Drew.
Well, we didn't get Sheamus back at.
I know. Don't get me like. Where was Big Shamo? Big Shamo should have been 30.
Yeah, he's very quiet on the scene at the moment.
Big Shamo.
I don't think he's got an injury.
I think he's not happy. I think he's spitting his toy out.
I know, but surely you'd look at it with Drew. You look how Drew's gone because I think now looking at it, I do think Drew's probably going to re-sign.
So let me fancy book something here, and let me. It's just light bulb moment, right? We don't see Shamo. We don't see Shamo, right? Mania, Seth, Drew, night one. Drew beats Seth because I feel Seth's losing no matter who it is. Seth's taking some time off.
He is.
I'm mentally preparing for that to happen. Drew's there, belts in the air. Sheamus music hits the ring.
Which one?
Stare out. Like
which
Celtic
music?
Celtic Warrior, old school Shamo is coming.
Yeah.
And we get
Drew. Go on. Now you've got that music. Sell it me.
We've got Drew. All we don't like. It closes with Drew and Shamo having a stare down. That's all that happens.
Contract on a pole.
Mike Guinness on a pole.
No contracts because they both have to renew a contract. Contract on a pole with Finn Balor because his contract's coming up to as well.
Yeah. Or do you book Sheamus come back to take the briefcase off Priest, and he cashes
That'd be cool. That'd be cool. But then
because they both have the issue right now, as we're well aware of. They're not happy with the bookings of them not being in the main title picture.
Yeah.
How do you please them both? Put them both in the main title picture against each other.
And then that throws another person in the machine where you've got Drew, Sheamus, Punk when he returns.
Sheamus got history with Punk again.
Gunther. Yeah, you still got Gunther in there, and Gunther's had a history with Drew and Sheamus.
And then you can have loser leaves town match. So if one of them's not happy, you can literally book a match where the loser leave.
I'll put any money. You're having Punk losing and Punk has to leaves town. Is that how you're going about that?
No, I'm talking Drew and Shamo. If they sign a new contract, you can literally book the loser leaves town match.
Yeah. Fair play.
Now you've said it.
Town. Yeah. Now I've said it. Now you're thinking about it going, yeah, that's a good idea. I like that.
I genuinely, I can't express to you, to anybody, and Zoe seen it firsthand, my brother-in-law probably heard it, how happy I was in Royal Rumble when Big Drew was just slapping CM Punk around the ring, kicking his head off him. I was in my element. Like I said, I forgot what I was doing because he did it to CM the Cody, and I was happy then. So it's like he's doing the Cody, he's like, yeah, I'm still hurt, Punk. But where was I going?
Who do I hate that much that I'd be like that? Who do I hate that much?
Ronda Rousey.
Yeah, that's true. She's shit though, isn't she? Like she's crap. CM Punk's at least is okay in the ring. Gives you exciting storylines. Where with Ronda, it was a good storyline till WrestleMania 25, and then
I like Ronda.
Not even after 25.
I like Ronda Rousey. I don't like WWE Ronda Rousey. I like Ronda Rousey.
No, that's different then because I do. I don't like WWE Ronda Rousey. I hate her.
I did
because she's crap.
to a point, and then I
did
got
till
bored of her.
WrestleMania 25, and then after, as soon as that match was over when Becky held both titles, I turned around and said, I don't want to see her now. That's it. She should have just finished then. There's no need for her to come back. It was done.
She went off, had a baby, didn't she, and stuff, and then she came back and just weren't the same. But yeah, now I remember what's going on. So have you, you probably have because it's you, have you watched the Impulsive podcast with John Cena?
With John Cena, of course. Hang on. I didn't like that little smarky comment then. Didn't like that little smarky comment. Of course you are, because it's you. Like, excuse me.
What t-shirt are you wearing?
Yeah, but the way you said it, though, you could have just said, you probably have, because I know you like him. Not because it's you.
It's like, well publicised in this podcast John, that you absolutely love Logan Paul, KSI, and Sidemen.
KSI, I'm a bit iffy on recently. I don't...
Oh, you had a falling out?
No, he's doing me head in a bit. I don't like his boxing. I don't think anyone likes his boxing, to be quite honest. I think if he left the Sidemen, I wouldn't be too asked. I used to be. Now I'm like, I don't really care if he goes now. But yes, I do really like Logan Paul.
So Logan's growing on me. I'll be very honest. I am.
Well, I think you did say this about Dom. You hated Dom, and he grew on you. So
I do think Logan Paul's actually growing up, and he's growing up and maturing a bit. He is growing on me. The Impulsive with John Cena was like a therapy session for everybody, including me listening.
It really was, wasn't it?
How softly spoken is John Cena?
It's mental because you look at him and you just think. I'm sorry, I've just seen a picture of one of the pre-orders for 2K24, and I can't believe it's an actual thing. I'll tell you in a minute. Yeah, you listen to him talk, and you just don't expect him to be so soft-spoken and like chilled.
So, what's the word? I know the word I want to say, but I can't pronounce it. He speaks like he speaks proper as well. He uses proper words, big words, and stuff like that.
Big words. He's read a dictionary one or two.
Yeah, he's read more than a dictionary, mate. He speaks fully, like almost fluent Mandarin, doesn't he? But it was a really good episode of Impulsive. I don't watch Impulsive on a regular basis. I'll watch it if there's a wrestler.
No, I don't. I love my hands up. If there's a wrestler, I will do.
Yeah,
or a YouTuber.
They've been good. But two things that came out of it. Obviously, Logan Paul opened up about how he's disappointed himself letting down Dwayne Johnson with the whole thing in Japan. Because Dwayne Johnson's his idol, he grew up loving him, and he feels like he broke any sort of relationship he had with him. And Big John's announcement, he did make the announcement on the One Show for our American viewers. The One Show's like a bad chat show. on the BBC. Copyright. He was on, and he was advertising Argyle. Who's Argyle? Yeah, is that the movie?
Yeah.
So on the One Show, he was advertising his new movie. I think it's something like Who's Argyle with him that played Superman, Henry Cavill.
All right.
So he was on there, and he was an Impulsive for both of them once he said about his retirement match. Now, obviously, at Money in the Bank, he came out and he was lobbying for WrestleMania in London or the UK at least. And obviously, we thought the same. He's just doing it because he was in England, and that's, just geeing up the crowd a bit more. But on these interviews, he's both said he wants his retirement match to be in England. He is genuinely pushing for the English fans to have a major pay-per-view like WrestleMania, and he will retire here in that match. He says we are the English wrestling fans are just a different level. They just bring a different game to the events. Wow, shucks, John, you're making me blush. But the thought of a John Cena retirement match in England, that'd be epic.
Yeah, it would be. By the way, there was a video going around straight after the podcast. There's two things. One, Jake Paul wasn't actually ignoring John Cena. He was doing the meme. For anyone that's going, I can't believe Jake Paul.
I don't like Jake Paul. Jake's not growing on me at all. Still hate him, but I found that hilarious.
Yeah. And then everyone on Twitter's like, I can't believe he's just ignored John Cena. And I'm like, you being fucking serious? No, comments are hating on Jake Paul, and I'm like,
it was John Cena's reaction that made that funny.
Yeah, defo. The other one is there's another video that came out where he was in a coffee shop in London and some guy, he said he was a TikToker. I've never seen him in my life, and I spend my life on TikTok. And he turned around and he said he started filming, and John went, "You put the camera in my face. You know, have you asked for my permission to get it in my face and stuff? I don't mind it, but when you're throwing it in my face, it's a bit of like my privacy and stuff." And this guy's like, "I'm a TikToker. I'm famous. Have you ever heard of him?" And he's like,
Who
"I
was
don't
it?
do TikTok. I
Was
don't
it
do
that
social media."
Mobeen or Mobeen?
I don't know, mate. I don't know his name.
I'll have to try and find it. If there is, I think if it's the one I'm thinking of, it's that Mo who's doing stuff at the moment with that neon and HS Tiki Toki and all that. You know, that crowd of wannabe
People think
celebrities.
the 10 men. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they come at the people that are actually hard working.
Was he wearing like a balaclava and a hat?
I want to say no to the balaclava, but yes to the hat.
Like a mask, like a ski mask thing where his face was still out.
No.
I'll have to try and find it and have a look because I think it is.
No.
I think I've seen it and I think it is him.
All I just wanted to say though was we're not all like that, John. At all. We're not all getting in your face and stuff. There's some idiots out there that will just do it and go, "Oh my god, it's John Cena. I can't actually see him," but then filming.
So whenever I've had interactions with them, like when I was at All In and they was outside the hotel, I politely asked. If they said no, I said okay, that's fine. And if they said yeah, I thanked them for for a few minutes. I did see over interactions, people just sticking their cameras in their face and asking for and just doing it. People like one guy called Malachi Black Alistair. And Malachi stopped and said, "Alistair's long dead and buried." And he's like, "All right, sorry, Alistair." And he just he looked at me. He's like, I was like, but yeah, no. Whenever you meet, even if you go to a convention, I thank you for giving me your time. Can I take a photo with you? I said, okay, yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
It's just at the end of the day, they're just people when they're out and about on the streets. It's nice to be polite because if someone walked up to me like, "Hey, you got to take a picture," fuck off.
Happens to me all the time, you know. On the street, can take a picture, mate. Yeah, of course you can. No one ever actually does
cry
that.
much.
Actually, yeah. Anyway, yeah. I was gonna go on to WWE, but we've spoke a bit to W2K, but we've spoke a bit longer. Probably one for another podcast. That.
Yeah, I think
because it's a month away. It's a month away, and we've not even had I've just been looking on the SmackDown Hotel website. Plug there if you want to collab with us. Thank you. Anyway, go to the roster.
Years that website's been around.
Exactly.
Years.
And there's people on here that I didn't expect to be announced already, like Gigi Dolan's been announced, Zoe Stark, and Meacham. But then you expect the others, obviously, like Roman. What I was going to say is you pre-order it, and I'm sure it was like last year where it was at Walmart only. But you can get the Cody Rhodes figure, and it's all bruised there, weird.
Yeah. Well,
buy that.
So no, I haven't got that fig. I haven't got that one.
Have you not?
No, and for the reason of Cody wasn't overly keen on them making it, but they were insisting they were making that figure. So like right. But no, and to be honest, the only reason I haven't seen it, I got it as well. I haven't seen it in the wild. I haven't seen it out. There is a Seth one where he's in the dusty outfit from that match as well.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
And I need both of them. I can't have one without the other. I need to have both of them together. Like I said to you before, I did get a new figure this week. I got the AEW grey suited Cody Rhodes 1 of 3,000, which I'm very happy about because it's staying in its box.
Fair dues. How much that cost you? We don't mind sharing with the pod.
26 quid. eBay auction. Woo.
eBay auction.
I've paid way more than that for a figure. Yeah, definitely. Oh yeah, the Cody Rhodes, Dustin Rhodes, Blood Brothers box. I got probably paid 50.
Much was that?
For. 50 quid. Yeah. But that is a collectible.
That Cody Rhodes, by the way. I don't mind how that. Carry on.
Smiths.
No, Dessert Cart, Great Britain. We've got wrestling figures on it, and that was £41, but it's out of stock.
There's a shop.
The wrestling shop, is that what it's called? The one that I go on sometimes. I can't think that's what it's called.
Toys and masks, but I'm not plugging them unless I get freebies.
Please.
They're good for your things. If you are a figure collector and toy collector, or you just want some toys for your kids, wrestling figures, yes, Toys and Masks on, if you Google them, they're from Swansea. They're good. I've used them multiple times. The packaging at that Cody figure I've won, I was actually an auction on their site, and they have an eBay auction site as well. And yeah, it comes well packaged. They're really good. So I won that last week. We didn't get paid till Friday. I messaged them, good till I won it on Monday. And I was like, I'm good till Friday to pay you. They're like, yeah, no problems. So they're normally all right. I do the figure games getting harder because these deliveries and stock of figures coming into the UK is getting harder to get in. Looking at some of the places I shop from. Obviously, you've got your usual retailer, Smiths, Entertainer. They've got
I'm looking at the Entertainer now, and they've just, and it says AEW 6.5-inch unrivaled collection figure, Jake Hager, and it's MJF.
Yeah. The AEW ones are getting harder to get in the UK. And that's frustrating because I've got a decent collection of them already. I've got all the first wave and some of the extra ones. They're getting harder because they did have a deal with Smiths, which has been dropped. They were in B&M's, which B&M's, you never know.
I've not seen any in B&M's. I go on B&M's quite a lot. I've not seen them.
You get WWE ones there a lot. Then Entertainers picked them up, but they're just, I think, because Jazzware's having problems getting them shipping and stuff, because it's Jazzware's. It's not like it's Mattel or something like that. The Jazzware figures are not the best compared to Mattel. But then
Mattel so much better.
Some of the Mattel ones are questionable though as well in the recent years.
I was about to say there's an Ember Moon one here from years ago, and it just looks like Mark Henry. The face looks like Mark Henry.
The ones that make really good ones, but they're always really expensive and sell out quick. Super 7. So they did Kurt Hawkins and Matt Cardona figures.
Yeah, they look good then.
And then they've done it with, I think they're on like the second or third line, and did Good Brother ones, Carlos and Doc, and they were really good. They've done New Japan ones. They were terrible. They did a Will Ospreay one. It didn't even look like Will Ospreay. They normally do decent figures, but they do all lines like Turtles and stuff like that. So they do make them. But
I'm looking at figures. It's starting to want me to collect.
No, so yeah, I have seen that DLC on 2K. I'm holding out my 2K, mate. Like I said to you the other day, I will get it. I just don't know what edition, because I want to see what's on the season pass. I'm not paying for a season pass if it's people I don't want on my game. CM Punk. No, but
I'm not gonna lie. They'll probably force him on the game.
CM Punk they'll force him on it. He's gonna have his own DLC part, or he'll be like pack 4. He'll be the last one to get people to buy it and wait for him. But I mean, like last year, mate, it wasn't good. The DLCs, I don't think they've been good since the.
They've never been good.
I think there's one where
it was an NXT one they did.
Yeah, that's the one I'm thinking of. The NXT one where they were putting like Bobby Roode and stuff in on the DLC. That was like the last decent DLC season pass.
Last year they had Bray Wyatt in one of them. And I'd say no. Last year actually, the first pack was Hit Row and the Steiners. The second one I actually got use out of it was the Good Brothers, Pretty Deadly and Tiffany Stratton. Then you had Race to NXT, Harley Race, Ivy Nile, Tony D'Angelo, Trick Williams, and Wendy Chu. Out of them all, I only used Trick Williams, and that was only a couple of times. Then you had the Revel in Wyatt pack, which had Blair Davenport, Bray Wyatt, Joe Gacy, Uncle Howdy, Valhalla, and Zeus. Which I only used Bray, and I think I used Gacy a few times. And then you have Bad News U-Pack, which was Eve Torres, Nathan Frazier, Damon Kett. The thing is with these packs is if you watch NXT, it's perfect because they're mainly NXT. and then they had one legend thrown in, and they had updated superstar.
What I would prefer from the season pass and DLC is if they did a few characters, but then added on story packs, if you get what I mean, for the career mode.
Yeah,
To extend the career mode a bit more. But yeah, no, I'm just holding out. I'm probably going to buy a physical copy this year as well.
So, 2K22 DLC pack, the first one they brought out had Rikishi, Umaga, Yokozuna, and then you had Omos. And then you had Boogeyman, Cactus Jack, Dragunov, Hartwell, Vader. That was a good pack.
Yeah, it's not a bad one.
Then you had A-Kid. Excellent. Stacy Keebler, Hurricane, Wesley. And then you had Bulldog, Doink, Dewdrop, Piper Niven, Mr. T, Rick Boogs, and the knobhead Ronda Rousey. And then you had Commander Aziz, LA Knight, Logan Paul, Machine Gun Kelly, Rob Van Dam, Saray, and Exile Lee on the 2K22. Yeah, well, he did the soundtrack, didn't he? So they put him in it. And we won't mention 2K20 because it was dreadful.
Yeah. No, I'd say the last one I bought in the Ember, like the NXT one, was the NXT one because I bought the pack, the big physical copy of it with the Finn Balor statue.
With the Finn Balor, I did as well.
And the signed Shinsuke lithogram and ring mat stuff in it, and it's in my mum and dad's loft.
Is it this one? Playable NXT superstars Samoa Joe, Blake and Murphy, Diego and Fernando. No, it wasn't. There was another one after it. Before it, so I think it was 2K15. That was the one with it came with Drew. Is it the one that came with Drew, Asuka, Finn? What I say?
Finn was in DLC because he was part of the cover or the special edition.
NXT Arrival, yeah, there it is. JBL, Adam Rose, The Ascension, and Emma. Then they released a WCW pack, Hulk Hogan pack, Sting pack, and then they released Paige on their own. Oh yeah, no, maybe it wasn't that.
No, I can't remember. I'm sure Bobby Roode was in it as well. That's it. Going back to absolute years, mate. But no, I'm holding out 2K. I think 2K when the game gets, we'll probably just do a full video on it. Probably do a bit of a playthrough video together, whatever. That sort of video. That'll be its own little podcast video. It'd be announced. Obviously, announced this week. We do announce for Flubber Wrestling have announced another superstar for our fans that are thinking about going.
Just doing their
if you didn't get it from Matt's little
Mandy.
Yes, Mandy Rose has been announced.
It's not me being weird. That's her entrance music when she was in WWE on the main roster. Before you all go, you creep. It's not. That was her music. It started going Mandy and then went into some weird music. Ask Otis, he was obsessed.
But yes, Mandy Rose, or Mandy Sachs as she's now called, has been announced for Flubber Wrestling. She will be there only on the Saturday. So if you do plan to go,
I'm going to have to tell Tyler to tile because I can't do that.
You need to let me know definitely if you're going. But yeah, as I was saying, you're going to have to let me know if you're definitely going, because there might be a couple of 8x10s I need you to pick up for me.
Yes, I'll do Lana and Maria and Lita and Trish and Mandy for you. It's not a problem. I know them are the real ones you want.
Swaggo and Enzo. Yeah. I'll have to relook at it all. I'm gutted I'm not going to be there. Genuinely gutted. But at the same point, I'm not that gutted because I'm going to New York.
True.
Yeah. I'm sure I will get over it while I'm eating a Wendy's burger, a Baconator.
You can have a Wendy's burger over here.
It's not the same.
Is it not?
I don't know. I've not had one over here yet.
Have you not? Wendy's is very nice over here. I had it the other month. Very nice.
I need to try it. But
although they've got a Denny's over here and it's in Wales, and I'm not going all the way. I love Denny's so much, but I'm not willing to go all the way to Wales for Denny's.
There's a Wendy's in Leeds, so
there's a Wendy's in Manchester, isn't there?
No,
I thought there was.
Yeah, it's in like a little container unit down. It's not too far away from where I live. I don't trust it.
All right. All right.
No, there's a proper Wendy's restaurant in Leeds Town Centre now.
Okay.
Rate my takeaway guy went there and rated it. So I think there might be a road trip to Leeds coming soon.
We're in the wrong business, by the way. We need to get on the spud business. Just saying.
Well, no, right. So we're probably going to melt people's head here now, mate. But I think we'll end this. We'll have this debate offline. So, guys, if you enjoyed the video, hit the subscription button down below. Use our link to go and get your latest merch. And Tanya, get out and get this guy's t-shirt for Mania because he's finishing the story.
And go and get Jade Cargill's.
Go get Jay Cargill's. Go get Bailey's. Go get Rhea's. Go get anybody's merch, but use that link below. Just that link below. Obviously, go and follow us on all the other social medias. You should all know by now, but you haven't followed it and liked it, so I do have to remind you. Facebook at X is Wrestling Fellas. TikTok is Wrestling Fellas Pod, and Instagram is Wrestling_Fellas Pod. So go and hit the like, subscribe, follow buttons and all them. Join the community. Get in contact with us. But big one is on here and TikTok. Hit them follow buttons. Hit the subscribe buttons. Let's get these follows and subscribers up. Matthew, till next time. Yay.
Peace.